Viewers, what happens when the leader of a poor country dares to dream? The world laughs. But what if those very dreams begin to turn into reality? Then the same world is left shocked, speechless, and even afraid. Today, we are talking about a country that was once drowning in poverty, instability, and foreign dependence. But today, it is rising at lightning speed. Building factories, creating jobs, producing technology, and even preparing for nuclear power. And behind all of this stands one man, a soldier with not just a gun in his hand, but a vision in his heart. A leader whose name the entire world has now started to notice. Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Stay with me till the end of this video. Because what you're about to see will not only surprise you, it will shake your belief about what a so-called poor African nation can achieve. Let's start with something that sounds ordinary. Tomatoes. Yes, tomatoes. For years, Burkina Faso used to import tomato paste from abroad, even though its farmers grew tomatoes in abundance. Can you imagine? Their own crops, but their food industry controlled by outsiders. When Traoré came to power, he ordered modern tomato processing plants in Bobo-Dioulasso and Yako. Today, more than 100 tons of tomatoes are processed daily, turned into local brands, and sold in the market. This small step created thousands of jobs, guaranteed income for farmers, and gave people affordable products. More importantly, it ended dependence on foreigners for something as basic as food. Now imagine this. A country once limited to farming and mining, today producing its own electric cars. And not just any cars, but ones that can fully charge in 30 minutes and travel up to 330 kilometers on a single charge. Even developed nations boast about such technology. But here's the twist. These cars weren't made by an imported brand. They were designed and built by a local company, ETWA. This project gave engineers and technicians jobs, reduced carbon emissions, and most importantly, proved that Burkina Faso can create and export technology, not just raw materials. For years, Burkina Faso's national airline was shut down. The country had to rely on foreign planes to travel abroad, but Traoré revived it. Air Burkina is back in the skies, with new aircraft, trained pilots, and international routes. For the first time in decades, citizens can fly directly to African cities under their own national flag. This isn't just an airline, it's a symbol of independence, pride, and confidence. Next, health. A country that once depended on aid for even basic healthcare is now building a university hospital. This hospital will not only treat patients with modern facilities, but also train future doctors and specialists right at home. Surgery, maternal health, newborn care, mental health, research, training, all under one roof. Burkina Faso no longer needs to send its doctors abroad. Their future is being trained inside their own country. Let's talk about fuel. Something we often take for granted. Burkina Faso used to struggle with fuel shortages. Prices would rise, borders would close, shipments would delay, and the country would suffer. Now, with the Penny hydrocarbon depot, the nation can store huge reserves of petrol and diesel. This is not just a warehouse, it is energy security. No more sudden crises, no more endless queues. And here's the best part. The money that once went abroad for fuel now stays inside the country, circulating in the local economy. And finally, cement. It may sound boring, but no road, school, hospital, or bridge can be built without it. Until recently, Burkina Faso imported most of its cement, expensive and slow. But with China's support, the Simaf SS cement plant was built in Longo. This factory produces 2,000 tons of cement per day and plans to reach 12 million tons annually. Over 1,000 direct jobs were created and thousands more indirectly. Traoré didn't just build a factory, he built the foundation of self-reliance and progress. This cement doesn't just bind bricks, it binds the nation. So, viewers, this is the story of a poor African country that the world once ignored, but is now forcing everyone to take notice. All because of a leader who dared to dream big. Captain Ibrahim Traoré has shown that with courage and vision, even the weakest nation can rise. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends who want to know the truth. We'll meet again with another country, another story, and another vision. Until then, goodbye.